Greetings. Today we will visit the 7 covered bridges in southeastern Indiana. The content there. This episode is based on my book, Southeast Indiana Road Trips. The book is the first book in the 9-volume Road Trip Indiana series. The books include all the historical markers as of 2022 in Indiana with the text and backstory. The books also include a nearly complete listing of virtually every tourism destination in the state. The destinations include parks, museums, drive-in theaters, bowling alleys, wineries, and much, much more. You can find my books locally at the Walnut Street Variety Shop in Batesville, Indiana. Guilford has the last remaining covered bridge in Dearborn County, constructed by noted bridge builder Archibald M. Kennedy and Sons of Rushville. Mr. Kennedy was hired by county commissioners in 1879 to construct the 100-foot-long bridge spanning East Fork of Tanner's Creek. Because the bridge was to be torn down and replaced by a concrete bridge in 1961, the people of the county banded together to save the old structure. The populace of Guilford, E. L. Kennedy and Martha Kennedy. The family moved to Fayette County, Indiana in 1818. He started working as a carpenter in 1841 and started building covered bridges as a side business in 1853. His first bridge was a 2-span bridge over the East Fork of the Whitewater River in Franklin County. Archibald showed progress as a bridge builder, and this soon became his chief occupation. He passed the bridge building business on to his sons, who in turn passed it on to their sons. The family bridge building business lasted 3 generations. During this time, they built at least 58 bridges. Constructed by the Smith Bridge Company of Toledo, Ohio in 1887, the Stockhoter Covered Bridge carries Enochsburg Road over Salt Creek in Franklin County. The Howe Through Truss Bridge is 102 feet long, 15 feet wide, with a vertical clearance of 14 feet. Rehabilitated in 2009, the National Register of Historic Places listed this bridge on March the 20th, 2002. Also called the Enochsburg Covered Bridge, the bridge is in Raitt Township. Located on Snow Hill Road in Franklin County, this bridge carries Snow Hill Road over Johnson Creek Fork near Rockdale, Indiana. Constructed in 1894 through 1895, the bridge's builders were John H. Horn and William H. Butts. The bridge provided an important passageway for the Franklin County farmers wanting to access the Cincinnati, Ohio market. The bridge was abandoned in 1886 and restored by the community in 1987. The bridge name honors the Revolutionary War veteran Lemuel Snow. Lemuel Snow lived from December the 7th, 1759 until September the 3rd, 1824. A native of Barnstable, Massachusetts, born to Lemuel Snow Jr., Sr. and Mary Snow. He passed away on the 3rd of September, 1824 in Snow Hill, Franklin County, Indiana. He and his wife Lydia Hodges Snow had 14 children. Lemuel Snow enlisted in the Continental Army at 16 years of age in Boston, Massachusetts. He served during the entire conflict. He was at Valley Forge and witnessed Major Andre's execution. He was with the Army when the British evacuated it. He was with the Army in Newburgh when General George Washington dissolved the Army. The Bushing Covered Bridge is located just off US 50 at the entrance to Versailles State Park. The Bushing Covered Bridge crosses Lockery Creek just below the dam Versailles Lake within the park. The Bushing Covered Bridge is within the boundaries of Versailles State Park, but it is the property of Ripley County. It is active and open to both automobile and pedestrian traffic. It was constructed in 1885 using a type of construction known as Howe Truss. Bushing Covered Bridge is 176 feet long. It connects the entrance road to Versailles State Park with the downtown Versailles via County Road 25 South, also known as Perry Street. It is active and open to both automobile and pedestrian traffic. The Otter Creek Bridge near Holton was built in 1884. The bridge is listed on the Ripley County map. The Holton Covered Bridge is also known as the Otter Creek Covered Bridge. It crosses Otter Creek in Ripley County. The single-span Howe Truss structure has a length of 112 feet or 120 feet, including the 4-foot overhang at each end, with a portal clearance 15 feet 6 inches wide by 12 feet 6 inches high. Built in 1884 by Thomas A. Hardman, the road bypassed this structure in 1996. Holton Covered Bridge is listed in the 1989 World Guide to Covered Bridges, published by the National Society for the Preservation of Covered Bridges, Incorporated, as number 14-69-02. In February 1941, Indiana History Bulletin, Robert B. Ewell and Robert C. Smith assigned the designation EP to this covered bridge located in Section 4, Township 7, and Range 10, north, about a mile and a half northwest of Holton. Contact the Ripley County Tourism Bureau for more information. Their phone number is 812-689-7431. Located east of Westport, Indiana, near County Road 1100 South, the Westport Covered Bridge spans Sand Creek. Constructed by the covered bridge builder A.M. Kennedy in 1880, the single-span Burr Arch Bridge is 130 feet long, 15 feet wide, and 13 feet wide. The bridge carries traffic until 1973, when County Road 1100 South was rerouted and a new bridge built. The Decatur County Historical Society restored the bridge. A section of the old road remains, and the bridge is open to pedestrian traffic. It is apparently the only covered bridge built in Decatur County. The Scipio Covered Bridge is a Howe Truss structure built in 1886 and is approximately 156 feet in length. It was built by the Smith Bridge Company and is said to be one of the first and longest span to be built without a center support. Crossing Sand Creek, this bridge is located on the north side of Scipio on 575 West and can be seen from Highway 7. The James Covered Bridge was built in 1887 by Daniel Barron. It is located on County Road 650 South, about a mile and a half east of State Road 3 in Jennings County. The single-span truss bridge is 140 feet long, 14 feet high, and 16 feet wide. It crosses Graham Creek. The bridge received the name from Thomas S. James, who owned the property it was built on. Local residents also refer to it as the Kissing Bridge, if many of James' children courted their spouses on the bridge and left their names carved on the wooden trusses inside. 165 nearby residents filed a request with the county commissioners to build a bridge over Graham Creek. They wanted to make it easier for them to transport their products to the railway for shipping to market. County commissioners John F. Hayden, Eli Wells, and James McManaman filed a request for the bridge to be built at James Ford on March the 26th, 1887. The Barron and Hole Company began building the bridge in the summer of 1887. The work took about 5 weeks to complete. This episode is based on my book, Southeast Indiana Day Trips, available on the website www.mossyfeetbooks.com. The book is the first book in a 9-volume Road Trip Indiana series. The books include information about the parks, museums, historic sites, and many other day trip destinations across the state. I encourage you to the website and subscribe to it. I hope you enjoy.